NFL Wildcard weekend is officially wrapped, and it was a pretty crazy weekend. Say 2 really good games, 2, not so much games. But still, let's just get right into it right now. I'm going to go in order of the games that were played. So unfortunately, the first game I want to talk about was the craziest game of the weekend. Bills-Texans. What a great playoff game. This is one of the best games I can think of in recent memory. Even though it wasn't very high scoring, it seemed like every drive there was something on the line. It seemed like both teams were really fighting for their lives. It just seemed like there was so much going on. I don't know how to explain it, but with some controversy, some insane plays, and just a star power all around, it was such a good game. I mean, right off the bat with that opening drive of the Bills and Josh Allen caught that touchdown pass, their own Buffalo special, I really thought that my pick was in jeopardy. I really thought the Texans were screwed. It looked like the Bills had it all going on. At one point, they're up 16-0, and then the Texans came back to force overtime, and they eventually win. Deshaun Watson's incredible. The first half, the Bills' defense really shut him down. They shut him and DeAndre Hopkins down. They really couldn't get anything going on offense. And then Deshaun Watson, the second half, decided to take over the game himself, throwing his body out there, getting first downs, getting clutch drive after another to get points on the board. Then with the Bills, they played really well at first, but then they just let the game get away from them. They let the Texans back in it with some play calls and some plays that just didn't go their way. And then when the Bills had the ball at the end of the game, it was like 4th and 20. Josh Allen gets sacked. I thought that was the end of the game. Texans won. Holy shit, what a game. But no, it gets even crazier. The Bills somehow stop them on the 4th down play that they went for it. I understand why you go for it. I don't care what people say. They kick the field goal. You can't kick the field goal there, but if you get the 4th down there, the game is essentially over. I think they had no timeouts left at that point. They had to drive the whole field anyway. So I get why you go for it there. I also understand why you kick the field goal. For me, either play works out. Granted, the Texans almost lost because they didn't kick the field goal. When the Bills drive down, get a clutch field goal, and then overtime, just absolute insanity. That Deshaun Watson play is one of the craziest plays I've seen in a long time. It's definitely the best play of his career, where he looks like he's about to get sacked, and the Bills player hits him back up that pushes momentum the other way so he doesn't fall over, completes like a 7-yard pass, and then that dude just runs it for 40 yards. I also thought it was questionable, though, when Bill O'Brien decided just to kick the field goal there. I understand they won the game doing that, but I just thought it was kind of weird. I feel like you should run maybe 1 or 2 plays, maybe a little closer. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird when there was like 3 minutes left in overtime. 1st and 10, you kick the field goal. I get it. I understand why I did it. They won the game. I just thought it was weird. Now, I will say, the Bills did get screwed on a lot of penalties. I thought that one blindside block was absolutely devastating. That was one of the worst calls I've seen in a while. And that's what ended their game. That was terrible. Bad call. Also delayed a game in the one play at the beginning of the half where the guy catches the ball in the end zone, throws it to the ref, and the ref plays keep away. He tries to get out of the way. I thought what the ref did was absolutely ridiculous. I've seen all year players do that. They've been trying to preach player safety, especially on kick returns. So I don't understand what the ref was thinking there to set that precedent. Yes, he didn't kneel the ball. He didn't call a fair catch or whatever, but I think it was clearly obvious. He looked over and he's like, okay, caught it, and he threw it to the ref. They've been doing it all season. If they weren't doing it all season, I would get that. I'd be like, that's definitely a touchdown. But they've been doing it all season. You can't just change it in the playoffs just when it's convenient to change it. That's my take on that. But I do agree the Bills did get screwed on a few plays. But on the Texans side, there are plays that could have gone their way that would have ended the game, like Bradley Roby's pick 6 that he dropped. He also had another pick that he dropped that could end the game. And also when Josh Allen was scrambling and he got the first down, he kept running and he threw it backwards and the lineman tipped it out of bounds. That play was extremely lucky for Buffalo for the Texans not to jump on that ball. I don't know what Josh Allen was thinking there. He had a great game. I think Josh Allen played amazing on Saturday. He had a great game. But that was very questionable. I don't know why he did that. I like to come in the middle. You guys know me. I like to come in the middle of these things. I see where the Bills are upset with the officiating and some of the calls. But I do see on the Texans side where if they had plays go their way, I don't think there would have been overtime. I think the Texans just would have won. But overall, great game. Both teams played so well. It was the best game of the weekend. My opinion, probably the best game of the year so far. I got to shout out Bills Mafia. I had a lot of Bills fans texting me, talking shit to me because I picked the Texans to win that game. And I respect your passion. I respect all you guys. Bills Mafia is awesome. They have one of the best fan bases in the NFL. So shout out to you guys. You guys are definitely on the right track to be a great great team soon because I do think the Patriots are starting to collapse soon. I'll get into that now. But shout out Bills Mafia. Now, the Patriots and the Titans. To be honest, I watched this game. I wasn't very invested. It was kind of a shitty game. It was what I kind of predicted. They really relied on Derrick Henry. The Titans did, and Derrick Henry was sensational. He was so good. And the Patriots offense just couldn't get together. Tom Brady doesn't look like his normal self. I'll say this, though. He doesn't really have that many weapons. Julian Edelman's his best weapon, and he wasn't even playing that well. He had some pretty crucial drops. But overall, though, there are times where Tom does miss guys or he throws it too low or too high. He just doesn't look himself anymore. I don't think this is the end of the Patriots. I used to think that Bill and Tom would retire at the same time. Looks like that's probably not going to happen. Now, if Tom stays and the Patriots get better weapons for him, I think he's going to look a lot better next year. I know I said he doesn't look like himself, and he's definitely digressing. That's because of age, not because of skill or anything. He's just getting old. He's the GOAT. We all know that. He's just getting old. But I do think if he has some weapons, he'll look a lot better. It'll definitely help that Patriots offense for sure. So do I think the Titans beating them at home in the wildcard game destroys the dynasty? It's over. It's done? No. I will say I think the dynasty will end once Bill Belichick retires, not when Tom retires. When Bill Belichick retires, it sounds like that's not happening anytime soon. Tom, maybe soon. I would be shocked if Tom Brady doesn't retire, leaves the Patriots, and goes to a different team. That'd be shocking to me. I feel like he would just want to retire than play somewhere else. But I don't know the guy, so I don't know. Then the Sunday games. Bad Sunday for Davey Dave's takes. 0 for 2. Saturday, though, 2-0. There you go. Perfectly average. The next game, though, great game, too. Saints-Vikings. All I got to say about this game is Drew Brees didn't really look that good. He had some mistakes. Did make some good plays, though. But overall, he didn't play that well. Taysom Hill was the MVP for the Saints that game. He did everything, throwing passes, catching touchdowns, trucking people over. He was so good in this game. He was the best player on the Saints by far. The Vikings, I'll give credit to Kirk Cousins. He looked really good. I said in my video about this game that he sucks and he's not going to play well. Well, he proved me wrong. He played really well. I got to give Kirk Cousins credit. That's all I want to talk about. What, you think you want me to talk about something else happened in that game? Oh, the officiating. Yeah, I'll say this. The Saints definitely got screwed again, but me playing both sides of the fence again. When you're the home team and you're 7.5 point favorites against the Vikings, the fact that you're letting them in this game and causing all these mistakes and not playing well at all and letting the Vikings even be in this game, I can't blame just officiating for that. Yes, there are some calls that are very questionable that should have not been called, and the Saints got screwed on that. But it didn't affect the fact that Drew Brees did not play that well, and you guys let the Vikings in this game. Now, the last call of the game, the push-off, the Kyle Rudolph push-off, I will say this. I definitely think that was a push-off. And I think it's ironic that they made this whole new pass interference rule for the Saints specifically, and they won't even review that. That blows my mind. So if you're a Saints fan, I absolutely think you should be upset about that. Do I think you would win the game if that was called? No. I feel like the Vikings probably would have prevailed and won the game anyway. But it would have given you a chance. So you will never know. We'll never know. But it is crazy. They changed the rule because of what happened to the Saints last year in the NFC Championship game, and they didn't even review it. That is mind-blowing because I think it was a clear push-off, clearly extending the arm. Now, I'm just saying that because I picked the Saints to win. I mean, the bet was dead at that point. They were not going to cover 7 in overtime. I'm just saying, I thought that was clear PI. But it doesn't change the fact that the play before that, you let Kirk Cousins throw a perfect dime to Adam Thielen for like 48 yards or whatever it was. So yes, Saints, you did get screwed by officiating, but you shouldn't have let the Vikings even been in this game. So I don't chalk up this L with an asterisk like I do with the NFC Championship game. That gets an asterisk because I think you guys for sure would have won if that was called pass interference. Then the last game of the weekend, Eagles-Seahawks. There's a lot that happened. The game wasn't very good, but a lot happened. First, I'll say the hit on Carson Wentz, the Jadeveon Clowney hit, that was dirty. He should have been ejected. That was clearly helmet to helmet. I thought that was very bad. And it took him out of the game. Then they put in Josh McCown, the legend, the god, Browns god, Josh McCown, love him. He actually played pretty well. But you could tell he was being very conservative with the ball. You could tell he was scared to really take like a risk or do any other thing. Yes, he gave it his all. He was running for first downs. He was playing with a hurt hamstring. He was doing all this stuff. But you could tell he was still playing somewhat conservative with the ball because he didn't want to like turn it over or do anything like that, which is fine. But you could tell if Carson Wentz was in, better adapt to the offense. He knew what he was going to do. Am I going to say the Eagles would have won that game? I don't know. Probably not. But the fact that the game was still so close and they had their backup quarterback in, and basically their whole team was just all backups. I mean, it's incredible the Eagles even made the playoffs this year with the roster, how depleted they are. I mean, everyone got hurt. The Seahawks, though, DK Metcalf, amazing, unreal. Go watch the video of him getting drafted. It's very heartfelt. It's very awesome. He was so good. I think he had 160 yards with like 7 catches. He was unreal. Russell Wilson was playing out of his mind again. Not like crazy stats, but like he knew when he needed a first down. He would draw the spy to him and then get someone open, or if no one was open, he would just run for the first down. Like he knew exactly what he was doing. Russell Wilson still continues to be, in my opinion, the clutchest quarterback in the NFL. Would the Eagles would have won if they had Carson Wentz still in? I don't know. Would they have won if Jadeveon Clowney got ejected? I don't know. It is what it is. There's nothing you really do now. Man, what a great weekend of football, though. NFL playoffs are back. It's so much fun. I'm so excited again. I'm going to give a preview for this upcoming weekend with the divisional games. There's a lot of great matchups I'm so curious to talk about. I'll also give a national championship preview and my 1917 review. All coming this week. So, Wildcard weekend. What did you guys think of it? Please let me know what you guys thought. Thank you guys so much for watching, and click here to see more of Davey Dave's Takes.